Hi, this is pretty crazy because the last video I did was about my dating since I retired. And the most important one I absolutely forgot about. That's the way I am. Uh, it's just me. I mean, when I want to forget about something, I put it in this place in the back of my brain. They call it compartmentalizing, where I never think of it anymore. It's like, you put it up in the closet behind something and it's just gone. That's the way I am. Some say that's good, some say it's bad. I don't know, but it's a survival technique. Anyway, my last relationship and heartbreak, I'm going to tell you now. Um, when I first moved to Daytona, okay, I was here only about a few months. And one time I had a friend come to visit from Atlanta, and she wanted to go dancing. So we looked for a place and we ended up at Ocean Deck in Daytona. And because they have a band every night and all. And we went there, and this guy walks in the door, right? And I saw him walk in. I mean, he caught my eye right away. I thought he was really good looking. Tall, um, white curly hair. Uh, anyway, I noticed him coming in, and he like really cool, just walking in, tapped my girlfriend's shoulder and said, "You want to dance?" As he was walking by, and she got up and followed him to the dance floor, right? And I danced with another guy that I had already been dancing with. And then after that song was over, we switched partners, and me and him connected. I mean, like I say, I saw him as soon as he walked in the door. I had my eye on him. And when we danced, we had so much fun dancing, just freestyle, but we were like just really getting into it, having a good time. And the way you enjoy dancing is just let yourself go. Just do it. Just try to feel the music and just move with the music. Don't think about what people are looking at or anything like that. Just do it, and it feels good. And if you're with the right person, it connects, right? So we connected. And um, afterwards, I mean, we danced several times, and we stuck together. We didn't change partners again. And we sat at the table a little while and talked, and then we danced some more. And then we went outside on the deck, and it was a full moon rising over the ocean. How romantic was that? And he put his arms around me, and we're looking at the moon rising over the ocean. I just met this guy. I don't usually do that. I will dance with anybody, anytime, pretty much. But I don't like guys that I don't know be touching me, and I definitely don't kiss them if I don't know them. But this guy really, he just, I just was really attracted to him. And, he put his arms around me, and we're watching the full moon rising, and he kissed me, and I let him, and it was sweet, it was nice, and um, that was it. We had the chemistry, we had fun dancing, and just freestyle. He wasn't a couples dancer. Although he did know how to spin you around, but he didn't do that night. Anyway, so he told me that he had a timeshare in Daytona. He lived in another state. He was only 58 years old. So I was 9 years older than him. And I told him how old I was. He didn't care. Anyway, so, of course, we exchanged numbers, and then I saw him. So that I saw him 1, 2, 3 days in a row. Uh, he bought me meals, and then like the last day before he was going to go, I brought him to my house. He was just like me. He walked in the house, did the exact same thing I did when I first saw this house. He walked in the house, he looked around, and he said, "Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is really nice. I really like this." He had the same taste as me, and we had it all going on. I mean, we had the chemistry. It was all good. He was a turn on. It was great. He was fun. He made me laugh, and it was great. So we spent 3 days together. You know, I mean, we didn't sleep together or spend the night or nothing. He was in his timeshare, but I brought him to the airport the last day. We had lunch and brought him to the airport, and he kept calling me every day. We were talking or texting every day, and he was coming back to see me every 2, 3 months. We did that for 2 years, and we made a plan. I mean, I was in love. I fell in love with this guy, and he told me he loved me too, but I don't know. But this guy, he was getting ready. Okay, he's only 58 years old, but the first night I met him, he told me that he was getting ready to retire early, and he was going to retire after 40 years in the same company with the pension. And I thought, wow, well, that shows a lot of stability, and that's a good thing. And anyway, he lived in the same place for his whole life, but he had been coming to Daytona since he was like 12 years old because his grandparents moved here to retire. And so Daytona was like his second home, and he said that he always had the plan that he was going to retire in Daytona. And now he was 58, and he was going to be retiring at 59, and his plan was to move down here. So we talked about it 2 years. We're talking, texting almost every day. He's seeing me every 2, 3 months, and we made a plan, right? He was going to move in with me, and we were going to take care of each other, spend the rest of our lives together. Didn't mention marriage because um, we both have been married twice, and to me, it's not that important anymore. I mean, I believe in marriage. I believe you're meant to get married young. I believe you're meant to stay married. But both of us had messed that up so many times, I don't think it matters anymore. I mean, the perfect marriage is gone, The perfect marriage is you're a virgin and you have lots of kids. I don't believe in birth control. I believe birth control is a sin as well as abortion. But I am pro-choice all the way. Anyway, so I have an extra bedroom, and if he wanted to be in that bedroom, and he probably would be for to keep his stuff in there at least. But anyway, um, and 2 bathrooms. So we had that plan, and I was so happy. I was so happy. I really felt in love with him. I thought he was. I mean, I thought he was great. But then COVID happened, right? COVID happened, so I didn't see him for like 6 months, and he got COVID. And as I got to know him better, I realized, because he told me how involved he was where he lived. Well, he'd been living there his whole life in the same town, his whole life. 2 marriages, 3 kids. Um, he was so involved. He had sisters there. He had friends since he was kids, and buddies he worked with for 40 years. He was so attached to everything there. Um, and I was 9 years older than him, which he didn't care at all, until the last time he came to visit me. Last time he came to visit me was after, COVID was going on for a while. He had gotten it. His ex-wife got it, and he nursed her through all that. After she almost died in the hospital, they sent her home with an oxygen tank, and nobody wanted to take her. He took her in, and he was just so involved in babysitting for his grandchildren, and then his other his other daughter just got pregnant, and his two sisters not in good health. He got all this stuff going on, trying to keep them there, right? And then when the last time he came, that was going to be the last time he was going to visit, because he was supposed to move in, because he did retire, like he said. At 59, he retired just when he said he would. Because of all this COVID and complications, he didn't come right away. And then when he came to visit, it just was not good. He threw his back out really bad. He was in really bad pain, and he told me I talked too much. I was just annoying him, because I have this thing, like, we sit and watch TV, watch a movie. I have to get up every once in a while and stretch, maybe go to the bathroom, maybe get a drink or something, whatever. But I like to do that because I can't sit or stay in one position for a long time. I start to get uncomfortable. I start to have pain, and I like to be able to stretch and move around and all that. I can't sit at Mahjong for 3 hours, which I tried to do without discomfort. Um, and it was bugging him, because he said, "You can't sit still, you're always up and down, and you talk too much." He never told me this before, all the times we were together. Um, but the other thing that happened was I found out that I have this disease, the Epstein-Barr chronic disease, which is the answer to decades of trying to find out what is wrong with me. There's got to be something wrong with me, because I can't keep up with everybody else. I finally found out what was wrong with me, which I was happy about, but I think that he had a big problem with it. And I found out I had sleep apnea, and I have to use a CPAP machine. And that was a big turnoff for him. Uh, so, and he was in all this pain, and he had aged a lot. He didn't look so good the last time I saw him. I mean, but I loved this man. I did. I loved him. But he made a decision. He couldn't leave. It was too overwhelming for him to think about leaving everything. He was the patriarch of a big family, of a big extended family. Everybody looked up to him. He had the most money. He was helping everybody. Um, and he just had a hard time leaving all that. So I had to let it go. Broke my heart. Last time I said to myself, this is my last heartbreak. I've had so many. And if you've been watching, I told about every one of them. So that's my last one. So that's why I say I'm done with men. Um, it's hard to open up for another heartbreak, but God willing, if it happens, it happens. But it's got to be somebody who's um, willing to put up with me, that I can put up with him, that we can take care of each other, and that we can have a lot of fun together. A lot of laughs, a lot of fun, and have that special chemistry that, romance needs. All that stuff. So if you're turning 70, I hate to discourage you, but prospects are few. But keep doing your best, try to look good, just be friendly and leave it to God. You never know, it's possible, but take care of yourself and your family, your kids, if you have any, I hope. If you don't have kids, you have somebody you could, pay attention to outside of yourself, think of other people. And it always feels good if you can do a good thing for somebody else. Be an inspiration, whatever you can do. If you live this long like me, you have things to impart to others. Do it. Talk about what you're good at. And things that hurt you, let it go. Forgive, love. Take care. God bless. See you later.